Welcome to Totoro Field in the second round of sectionals with your Martinsville Artesians versus the Greenwood Woodmen here on MHS Rewind and WREP 15 Sports. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Matt Thomas. I'm joined by the Anthony Talent.
Earlier this morning, Franklin Central beat the Whiteland Warriors on a score of 7-0. With that win, Franklin Central is now in the championship game. Martinsville has beaten Greenwood this year twice with blowout victories, and we will see what they can do here on this beautiful afternoon here at Totoro Field.
I'd like to remind everyone to get up-to-the-minute information from the state championship events by following the IHSAA on Twitter at IHSAA1. That's at IHSAA1. You're good at being you. You've been you for years. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance is good at your insurance. Find an agent to help you think about it at infb.com. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Starting pitcher for the Greenwood Woodmen is going to be Oliver Rao with an ERA of 4.12. And when he's on the mound, the Woodmen are 0 for 8, so we'll see if they can make this their first one of the season.
I don't know if a pitcher has one win on the season at all, Anthony. There's 2. Only 2 pitchers have one win.
Crick and Jones.
Leading off today's game for Martinsville Artesians, number 11, the pitcher Michael Hopple.
Michael Hopple leading the Artesians off in this second round of the sectionals. Hopple batting a solid .274 on the season. Woodman outfielders shifting over to the right. Outside pitch coming from Rao. Count 1-0.
It's a bit steamy out here.
Looks like the center gap is wide open for Hopple.
Bit steamy.
Hard fastball coming from Rao. Hopple managed to foul one off. And count 1-1. Another fastball inside. Count 1-2. Good crowd coming from both teams, from Martinsville and Greenwood. High fastball coming from Rao. Count 2-2.
Camera 2. Camera 4.
Off-speed pitch from Rao. Hits a shortstop. He makes a good play over to first. And that's the first out for the Woodmen. Looked like it was a close call, didn't it, Anthony?
Yep. Definitely thought he was going to be safe on that one.
That's what I thought.
Next up for the Martinsville Artesians, number 5, the right fielder Brandon Dotson.
Brandon Dotson up for the Artesians now. Dotson not on the starting mound this afternoon, which is surprising. Thought for sure they would put him on the mound.
Number 2.
Inside strike coming from Rao. Count 0-2.
Camera 2. Annoying.
Rao steps off.
Okay. Okay, so you can go something else.
Camera 4.
You know, Anthony, they didn't pitch Brandon last year in the first round, and they suffered a loss against Franklin Central.
On 2.
Dotson hits it over to first. Tries to beat it out.
There you go. It's just
First baseman makes a good play. Tags the base.
what you're doing is correct. Reset.
2 outs for the Woodmen now,
3.
with first baseman Josh Ham up. The solid 4 home runs that have almost landed on the football field this year.
So then you guys just go ahead, don't switch it. Camera 2.
I mean, they have been bombs.
So now, Alex, you and Robert should go. Who's got Robert? Alex should have the hitters. Robert, you should have the pitchers. Yeah. So, yep. Good. And then you follow Alex, whatever.
First pitch fastball from Rao. Count 0-1.
You can, when you switch back off, you can
Camera 2.
yeah, you can see
Ham fouls one off for the count 0-2 now.
Camera 4. Camera 2. Camera 3.
Fans did not agree with that ball.
Camera 2.
It was a bit outside.
Time coming from Ham.
What do I do? Camera 4. Camera 2.
A little bit low coming from Rao. Count 2-2. Oliver definitely trying not to pitch one down the middle for Ham, as he will take it for a ride.
unless it's, you've already got it.
Longest ride of his life.
Does that make sense?
Very inside. Almost hit Ham. Full count. See what Ham can do.
Camera 2.
High and inside.
Okay, so
Has a ball 4 for Ham.
you can also add on walks. If you want to call over too, that gives the chance we can do that too. All right.
Runner on first, 2 outs with your shortstop Justin Reed up.
Number 24, the short.
Justin Reed having a good season at the plate.
So if you've got to say, Alex, make sure I see the base too. So hands on two. There you go. Base in the guy. Yep, there you go. So if he throws over, you want to follow too.
Reed pops one up out of play.
It's
Count 0-1.
Yep.
Camera 3.
Yeah. That's fine. If you do, just leave it on that. You can go back and forward too. You can switch between both of them.
Camera 4.
It's a strike, yeah. Foul ball, it's a strike. Yeah. Until they only have two strikes.
Camera 2.
A little bit inside coming from Rao. Count 1-1.
Camera 2.
Another inside pitch from Rao. Count is now 2-1 for Reed.
Camera 2. Camera 4.
Seems like it was the same pitch, but umpire calls it for strike 2. Martinsville dugout looks to be alive tonight.
It's not. They don't have to just swing it. It's right.
And Reed manages to hit one right off the bat.
So yeah, you guys are following.
Looks like he's right in the spine.
Remember? So go ahead and get down. Robert.
Definitely going to leave a mark, isn't it, Anthony?
Now the wait for Martinsville, number
Yep.
27, the third baseman, Braxton Wilson.
Runners now on first and second with third baseman up, Braxton Wilson.
Here's what should happen. So really, in theory, you guys both need to be on the runners. Go back to camera 2. Okay. So reset. So you should both be on the runners.
Outside, low, coming from Rao.
Robert, you should be on the lead runner.
1-0.
Second, and Alex, you're on the one. Okay. There you go. Yep. And then just all the runners.
Wilson manages to foul one off over the first base dugout.
Near the tennis fields.
We don't recall that situation. Those are tennis courts, Anthony.
Yep. You just didn't know that till after
Yeah, I didn't know.
the fact.
Yeah. Wilson hits one over to second base.
Yeah.
Makes an easy play over at first. That's for 3 outs. As we go to your bottom of the first for Greenwood, with Alex Honeycutt, your right fielder, up.
Sportsmanship doesn't happen just on the court or on the field or on the mat. It doesn't happen only in the pool or on the green or the track. It also happens in the stands, on the sidelines, on the web, and at home. That's because sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. We remind you to practice good sportsmanship at all high school sporting events. Treat athletes and officials with respect during competition and especially in social media. And support your team's coaching staff. Remember, sportsmanship has a face. Yours. A message from your high school and the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
Welcome back to Totoro Field. As Greenwood Woodmen go up to bat, and with your starting lineups out in the field for Martinsville, we got Hopple on the mound, Josh Ham out in first, Craig Wessner at second, Justin Reed at short, Braxton Wilson at third. And your outfielders, we have Brandon Dotson out in right, TJ McGraw in center field, and Seth Gallion out in left. And at the catcher, we got Andrew Payton.
Number 1, the right fielder, Alex Honeycutt.
Alex Honeycutt up for Greenwood Woodmen. Looks like to be a little bit outside. Count 1-0 for Hopple.
That was pretty close.
That was.
Number 2.
Low and outside coming from Hopple. And I still am shocked that Brandon Dotson is not on the mound.
Number 2.
But I think Michael Hopple can battle through it. Easy called strike coming from Hopple. Count 2-1.
Back to camera 2.
Honeycutt hits it over to Wilson, throws it over to Ham. For out number 1, Artesians throw it around. Your pitcher, Oliver Rao, up for the Greenwood Woodmen.
Pitcher, Oliver Rao.
One out, nobody on. Or if you want to let that play like happen after that throw, and then decide where you want to go from there. Guys that are on camera 3, that are on camera, runners, you follow them when they hit it, when they run, okay? Make sure why don't understand what's reading inside.
Number 3.
High fastball coming from Hopple.
Number 2. Number 4.
Looks like to be the same place, but count 1-1 as that's called for a strike.
Number 2.
Inconsistent.
Number 3. Number 2.
Almost hitting route, but seemed to cross the plate a little bit inside. Count 3-1.
Number 2. Number 4.
Full count. The Hopple found the strike zone on that one.
Number 2.
Needed strike.
Ball 4 for Oliver Rowell. That's us down to first.
The wrong person there, go to 3. That's fine, that's good. Alright, zoom in there.
High energy coming from both crowds today.
Oh, well, that's going to happen. There's going to be a courtesy runner. And they'll switch. Yep, that's fine. Now you can go back to 2 if you want.
Number 2.
Now, depending on who's where, Alex, you should have the runner.
Courtesy runner for the Greenwood Woodman.
There you go.
Coming to the plate for Greenwood, number 22, the designated hitter, Nick Duffy.
Designated hitter Nick Duffy up for Greenwood.
Yeah, so Alex, we want to see the base. And what you can do, too, is you can, like, start zoomed on the runner, and then when he gets off the base, you can zoom out to show them leading the way.
Duffy pops one up over near third baseman.
Keep going.
Wilson makes a good play for out number 2.
Go back to 4.
Number 4.
There we go. 2 outs, huh? Yep, you got it. All right, and we go
Next
back
up
to
for the
camera.
Woodman, number 10, the left fielder, Ben Sobere.
All right, so, hey, Alex, is your camera there? Okay, well, let's wait till the innings, okay? And then we'll switch it.
Number 3. Number 2.
Sobere fouls one off near the first base side for count 0-2 now.
Hit the top of the dugout. Number 2.
Runner takes off as Peyton throws it over to second, and they get him. Route number 3. Great play coming from Andrew Peyton and Justin Reed as we go to the scoreless inning for the first. As we go to the top of the second with your designated hitter Weston Pemberton up the bat.
Sportsmanship doesn't happen just on the court or on the field or on the mat. It doesn't happen only in the pool or on the green or the track. It also happens in the stands, on the sidelines, on the web, and at home. That's because sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. We remind you to practice good sportsmanship at all high school sporting events. Treat athletes and officials with respect during competition and especially in social media. And support your team's coaching staff. Remember, sportsmanship has a face. Yours. A message from your high school and the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
Tell them when it comes back. It's back on them. I forgot, so one thing I forgot to tell you.
Welcome back here at Totoro Field. We enter your top of the second with DH up Weston Pemberton. Weston getting some sectional time. Young freshman.
Remember to tell you so we know when we're coming out who's going to get what. We know what hitters. We don't have very many yet.
Looks like an off-speed pitch coming from Rao. A little bit high, count 1-0.
Camera 2.
Big cut coming from Pemberton.
Camera 4.
Count 1-1. Your Artesians finished the regular season off with a 27 record, an 11-3 record in the conference, as they were conference champions as well. Pemberton fouls one off to the first base side. Lands in the dugout.
Camera 3.
So Robert, you can change. We're on you right now, but your framing, you can be zoomed in a little bit more at times or a little bit farther out. And those things.
Camera 2.
Doesn't have to always be the same.
You can zoom in now, Robert.
Slow down a little bit, Abby. Just slow. No, you're good. That's good. You're doing a good job.
Oh,
Pemberton fouls one off again.
close.
Count 0-2. 1-2. My bad.
Right. Well, it's little.
Alright, camera 2.
Nobody's been hit yet.
Camera 3.
Called strike 3 from coming from Rao is a hard fastball.
You gotta watch it, okay?
Camera
I don't think it's easy.
Now at the plate for the Artesians, number 15, the left fielder, Seth.
Left fielder Seth Gallion up for bat for the Artesians now.
And so what you can do on those is
Camera 4. Camera 2.
A little bit low coming from Rao. Count 1-1.
Gallion's batting 138 on the season.
Camera 4. Camera 2. Camera 3.
Slow moving curveball coming from Oliver. A little bit low. Count 2-1.
Camera 2.
either typically go with the shot with to kind of like it's a keyboard pitch. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Martinsville seems to be upset with that call, as the count is now 2-2.
Camera 2. Camera 3.
Another strikeout for Rao,
Camera 4.
as Gallion seemed to be upset with that one.
Coming to the plate for Martinsville, number 10, the catcher, Andrew Payton.
Catcher Andrew Payton up for Martinsville now. Lines one out to first base, and it seemed to be foul.
Camera 3. Camera 4. Camera 2. Camera 3.
Inside fastball called for a strike. Count 0-2.
Camera 2.
Peyton fouls one off to the right side. Right fielder tries to make a play. Seems to come up short.
Camera 2. Super hot in here right now.
And that's 3 strikeouts for Rao. That was a good inning for him.
Now we're gonna go to camera.
We go to the bottom of the second with Greenwood up to bat here at Totoro Field.
Sportsmanship doesn't happen just on the court or on the field or on the mat. It doesn't happen only in the pool or on the green or the track. It also happens in the stands, on the sidelines, on the web, and at home. That's because sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. We remind you to practice good sportsmanship at all high school sporting events. Treat athletes and officials with respect during competition and especially in social media. And support your team's coaching staff. Remember, sportsmanship has a face. Yours. A message from your high school and the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
Welcome back here at Totoro Field. Your score is still 0-0 as we enter the bottom of the second.
At the plate for the Woodmen, number 10, the left fielder, Ben Sobray.
Ben Sobray up for the Greenwood. Nice pitch come from Hopples, count 0-1. Another hard pitch fastball come from Hopple. Count 0-2. Looks like to be outside.
Camera 2, camera 4, tilt down a little. There you go. Oh, it's too far. No. Camera 3.
And what a pitch.
Another easy strikeout for Michael Hopple. Hopple having a good year on the mound with just a solid ERA of just 1.9. 3-1 win-loss record.
Camera 2. Camera 4. Camera 2. Camera 3. Camera 2. Dr. Sears is on the phone with someone after Joey got done talking to him.
Your count 2-1 now for Hopple. Looks like another high fastball. Your count 3-1. Once again, you're watching it on WREP 15 Sports and MHS Rewind. Looks like to be high again as it's ball 4. Runner on first for Greenwood.
Coming to play for Greenwood, number 27, the center fielder, Cameron Crick.
Cameron Crick up for Greenwood, your center fielder. Looks like a high fastball coming from Hopple. Count 1-0. Pops one up over to Brandon Dotson out in right field. Makes an easy catch for out number 2.
Next up for the Greenwood Woodmen, number 23, the shortstop, Charlie Brooks.
A little bit low come from Hopple as 1-0 the count. Hopple looks over and throws the first, try to get the runner. Ham fields one, throws it over to Reed at second for out number 3. As we go to the bottom of the third with your second baseman, Craig Wessner, up to bat for the Artesians.
Sportsmanship doesn't happen just on the court or on the field or on the mat. It doesn't happen only in the pool or on the green or the track. It also happens in the stands, on the sidelines, on the web, and at home. That's because sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. We remind you to practice good sportsmanship at all high school sporting events. Treat athletes and officials with respect during competition and especially in social media. And support your team's coaching staff. Remember, sportsmanship has a face. Yours. A message from your high school and the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
Welcome back here at Totoro Field on this beautiful afternoon with your second baseman, Craig Wessner, leading off the Artesians. Oliver Rouse still on the mound for Greenwood. And still scoreless. Here are your second round of sectionals.
Camera 2. Alex, you can zoom in a little. A lot. You? Who is it? Is he left-handed?
Craig, yes.
Yeah.
Coming to plate for the Artesians, number 13, the second baseman, Craig Wessner.
See if Craig Wessner can get something started for the Artesians.
Yeah, left-handed.
As they look to get their second sectional championship in the past 3 years. Big cut coming from Wessner, though. Count 0-1.
Camera 2.
Westner looks to bunt, pulls back for a ball one.
Camera 2. Oh, Bruce is back. Camera 3.
Oliver hits his second person of the afternoon as Craig Westner makes an easy stroll over to first.
Coming to the plate for the Artesians, number 11, the pitcher, Michael Hoppel.
Crazy friends. Camera 4.
Hoppel fouls one off for the first pitch. Count 0-1.
Camera 4.
Did Hoppel ground out or pop out his last at bat?
He grounded out.
He grounded out.
Camera 2.
First two batters grounded out.
Hoppel looks to lay down a bunt, and he does over the first baseline. And he hustles over the first, and Oliver overthrows the first baseman, and that moves Craig Westner over to third. And he's going home. It's going to be a close play at the plate, and he's safe. Greenwood must have not tagged him, as Craig Westner goes all the way from first to home on a bunt.
Next up for the Artesians, number 5, the right fielder, Brandon Dotson.
The umpire must have got a bad angle because Anthony, it did look like the catcher did tag him. But we must be wrong, as your Artesians are now leading 1-0.
And it was the home plate umpire that called it, so there's no appeal option here.
Nope. Another butt coming from Dodson. Seems to be inside,
Camera 2.
as the umpire seems to be down on his knee.
Did it bounce up and get him?
I think so. Looks like you get a little bit of a break now.
How many balls? This is 0.
Nice round of applause coming from the crowd,
Camera 2.
hoping that our umpires are okay on this hot day.
Zoom out slowly, Abby. Online. We definitely got a point. Camera 4.
Catcher tries to get Hoppel over at first. Gets back safely.
I would be surprised if Ham doesn't send one flying this next at bat.
That wouldn't be surprising.
Camera 4.
Another low ball as Hoppel goes to second. And a high throw coming from the catcher.
Saved by the shortstop.
Good backup coming from the shortstop.
You're following.
3-0 count. Trace
2-1 the count.
0.
Camera 4.
A little bit high coming from Rouse. You count 3-1.
Camera 3.
About took the top off the Maybach in that one.
Camera 2.
Dotson hits a hard ground ball over the
gets
shortstop, and he gets through him as Hoppel easily gets to home.
Uh-oh.
The score is now 2-0.
Camera 3.
And Dotson tries to get to second, but gets tagged out at second. Dotson seems to be not too happy with that. But great effort coming from him.
Camera 2.
But he gets the RBI as the score is now 2-0.
No balls, yes.
Base is now empty with 1 out. Your first baseman, Josh Ham's up. Ham spits at that one as it was low.
Ham's a very patient batter.
He is.
He
He practices
wait.
all the time. He tells me that right before he goes to bed, he takes 100 practice swings just through midair. That's probably why he's such a good hitter. As he fouls one off over near the creek.
Number 2. Number 4. She's number 2.
Ham looks to be tying his shoe.
Number 3.
Ham looks away at that one, but called for strike 2 as your count is now 2-2.
Number 2.
Ham takes a big cut, but managed to get strike 3 as there's now 2 outs with your shortstop Justin Reed up now.
Coming to plate for the Artesians, number 24, the shortstop, Justin Reed.
Number 3, I'm on you.
First pitch ball coming from Rao.
Alright, number 2.
High pop up coming from Reed as Oliver Rao makes the catch. As we go now to the top of the 4th. Score is now 2-0 for Martin.
Sportsmanship doesn't happen just on the court or on the field or on the mat. It doesn't happen only in the pool or on the green or the track. It also happens in the stands, on the sidelines, on the web, and at home. That's because sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. We remind you to practice good sportsmanship at all high school sporting events. Treat athletes and officials with respect during competition and especially in social media. And support your team's coaching staff. Remember, sportsmanship has a face. Yours. A message from your high school and the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
Oh, tie. Oh, Robert. Hey, we're back.
Welcome back to Totoro Field as we're now at the top of the 4th. The Artesians up 2-0 with nice strategic bunts as a runner from first scoring all the way to home on 3 errors.
Coming to plate for Greenwood, number 5, the first baseman, Jordan Wright.
Jordan Wright up for Greenwood,
She started
the first baseman.
number 3.
Nice, easy fastball coming from Hopple.
2-0. Number 2. No balls. Number 4.
Another called strike coming from Hopple. It's count 0-2. Seems to be outside. Count now 2-2.
Basketball shorts with the colored shirt, don't care.
Number 2.
Fouled it off near the third baseline.
Camera 3. Camera 2. Camera 4.
Another outside pitch coming from Hopple's. Count now 3-2. Anthony Talent is now back. Welcome back.
Had to relieve the jeans and put some shorts on.
I know, it's pretty
It's
toasty.
getting steamy up in this
Khakis
press
on
box.
right now. Called strike 3 as the Artesians throw it around. As Greenwood fans don't like that call either.
Next up for Greenwood, number 3, the third baseman, Josh Rugenstein.
Number 2. Yes. 2 newscasters.
Rugenstein managed to land one out near the right field as it was not catchable for Dotson out there. Runner now on first with 1 out for Greenwood. With leadoff hitter up now, Alex Honeycutt.
Just now reaching back at the top of the lineup.
That's right.
Next up for the Greenwood Woodmen, number 1
Anyway,
right fielder, Alex
Michael Hopple's pitching quite a game.
Camera 2. 3.
He has a strike percentage of 54.
Hopple does.
Yeah, so he's throwing over 50% strikes.
Camera 4.
Seems to be low, but the umpire likes it. Called for strike 1. Count now 1-1.
Anna's really into popping backs.
Once again, you're watching on WREP 15 Sports and your MHS Rewind YouTube live stream.
Camera 4.
It's going to be too high for a strike.
Is it?
The hot ones feel really good.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I think there's a special on the hot dogs today.
Oh, just a bit of a dealio.
Easy throw out coming from Peyton over to second with Reed with the tag out. As the bases are now empty for Greenwood and 2 outs.
I mean, that's the second time. How do you not just stop stealing
Yeah.
after the
Andrew Payton does
after
have
the
a great
first
arm.
time? You see him throw out the first person stealing by a mile, and
Yep.
then you still want to keep doing it.
Yep. Big cut. Oh.
2 outs. Yeah, we got it.
Strike 3 as the side is now retired. As we head to the top of the 4th inning with Justin Reed up to bat for the Artesians.
Sportsmanship doesn't happen just on the court or on the field or on the mat. It doesn't happen only in the pool or on the green or the track. It also happens in the stands, on the sidelines, on the web, and at home. That's because sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. We remind you to practice good sportsmanship at all high school sporting events. Treat athletes and officials with respect during competition and especially in social media. And support your team's coaching staff. Remember, sportsmanship has a face. Yours. A message from your high school and the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
Balls to strikes.
Welcome back again. It's now the top of the fourth. Your Artesians up to bat. And Braxton Wilson, your third baseman, is leading off.
Robert, how do you like my basketball?
Braxton grounded out last time.
I had my mom bring me shorts, dude. I'm melting up here. It is so hot. That's why mask standing out.
Joe for the Artesians, number 27, third baseman Braxton Wilson.
Yeah, that's good. Nobody out, nobody out. That indicates with his hand. It's a strike. If it's not, it's a ball. Camera 3.
Do they even know where the guap come from?
Nope. High fastball is about to hit Braxton Wilson right in the face. Counts down 2-0.
Took off.
Camera 2.
Took the top off the Maybach on that one, man.
Easy pitch right down the middle coming from Rouse. Count 2-1 now.
He said he got this. Camera 2.
Seems to be a bit low. Count 3-1 for Wilson.
Hit it.
Ciderwick's Field looking pretty out there as football training starts back up.
Camera 2.
You making fun of me?
Yeah, he is.
And his third hit batter of the day as Braxton Wilson shrugs it off and hustles down to first.
That's gonna lose.
Acting like nothing even happened.
It's because nothing did.
It did,
Next up,
though.
Martinsville, number 29, the designated hitter, Weston
We did
Pemberton.
that.
Oh, for 1 on the night. West Pemberton
We're gonna start doing
struck out looking on his last at bat.
Camera 3.
Low fastball as he throws over to first. Try to get Wilson out. Wilson reaches safely.
I guess back on the lead runner. Yeah. Camera 4.
Another low ball.
Camera 2.
Seemed like they're scared to pitch against Weston. Another low ball, count 3-0.
Camera 2. Oh, yeah, I know. Sometimes it's just dirt.
Inside fastball coming from Rao. Your count now 3-1. TJ McGraw looking alive in the dugout. Looks like to be the loudest Artesian in there. Pemberton fouls one off here to the backstop. Full count for Weston now. And Rao comes back from a 3-0 count and now his first out of the inning. As that was a good comeback for Rao.
Next up for Martinsville, number 15, the left fielder.
Left fielder Seth Gallion up for now for the Artesians as he struck out looking last time. Gallion looks the bunt, pulls back, but still called for strike one. Trying to advance Wilson over to second, getting him in scoring position. Slow moving curveball coming from Rao. as he is called for another strike. Count now 0-2.
Pitch was in the other's batter's box.
Greenwood
the
didn't
ball.
seem to like it.
They did not.
Wilson takes off as Seth hits a nice easy ground ball to first. He beats it out. That's another error. Then Braxton Wilson makes a smart play to go over to third as Greenwood seemed to fall asleep. Smart plays for the Artesians. Nice little run and bunt situation. That was a very good play coming from Seth, wasn't it?
It was. It was. Just a little tapper, but it got the job done.
Nice and easy. Just like Billy Madison.
Okay, number 2. Number 3, make sure you're following someone at least.
Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm understanding the criteria right now.
Adam Sandler.
I know. I've seen the movie.
But Billy Madison, that was him playing he was a kindergartner, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. I meant to say Happy Gilmore.
I'm on you.
Used to sing a song about suntan lotion.
Yep. He did have a concert here in Indianapolis. I don't know if it's upcoming or if it was like 2 weeks ago.
Adam Sandler?
Yeah. It might have been a stand-up, but
A concert.
he sings.
To be funny, he's not serious about
Right,
it.
that's what I meant. I mean, same thing. You know what I mean?
Alright, camera 2. Zoom out.
Kip Wessner present at the game today.
Selling Hoosier basketball magazines.
Mm-hmm.
Abby.
We're back now with Andrew Payton up to bat, your catcher. Runners on first and third for the Artesians. He hits one over to third baseman as they try to turn 2,
Alright, we're gonna go to
but just gets the guy at second, but gets Braxton Wilson to score, as that was the whole goal there. Score is now 3-0. Runners on just on first now. Second baseman Craig Wessner up to bat.
run out. Yeah. On first, yeah, he's got it.
Tell him I know what I'm doing.
He knows what he's doing, he said. Camera 2. You should be on the pitcher.
Wessner was hit by a pitch on his last at bat.
Seems like we have another break coming from the umpire.
Camera 3.
It's needed in this weather.
It's not that hot. Stick my hand out the window.
Your hand gets fried. You just put your hand into a microwave.
Like an
stick it out
omelet.
the window.
I had eggs this morning.
I need a break up here, and we're just talking.
I know.
Camera 3.
High fastball for ball 1 for Wessner.
Camera 4. Camera 2.
Runner Brennan Sawyer seemed to take off as he's got the wheels. He makes it easy over to second.
He definitely got there quick, that's for sure.
He's always been quick.
Camera 2.
Playing with him as a kid, he was always the fastest kid on the team. Off-speed pitch coming from Rao. Count is now 1-2 for Wessner.
Camera 4.
as he gets Westerner for strike 3. And it looks like to be the third out as Greenwood hustles off the field. With 1 run scoring that inning, scores now 3-0. The Artesians up in the lead.
Sportsmanship doesn't happen just on the court or on the field or on the mat. It doesn't happen only in the pool or on the green or the track. It also happens in the stands, on the sidelines, on the web, and at home. That's because sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. We remind you to practice good sportsmanship at all high school sporting events. Treat athletes and officials with respect during competition and especially in social media. And support your team's coaching staff. Remember, sportsmanship has a face. Yours. A message from your high school and the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
Welcome back on this beautiful afternoon of Hopple still on the mound for the Artesians. Looks like Oliver Rao is up for the Greenwood Woodmen, here to lead off for the bottom of the 4th.
That is indeed your leadoff batter. Bug.
Humbug. Looks like we got a time coming from Rao. Seems to get situated up there,
Just a bit of a standstill.
I guess. Just a bit outside coming from Hopple.
You stare me down, I'll stare you down.
Who are you talking to?
I don't know.
Low fastball coming from Hopple. Rao's now got the green light of an easy count of 2-0. As he fouls one off. About hit one of the Martinsville coaches. Seems to be close.
It's a good pitch.
Counts now 3-1. Rao fouls one off over the backstop.
Are you alive? Camera phone. That was straight for you. Oh my god. Camera 2.
Rao fouls one off near the third baseline as Wilson tries to make a diving effort, but comes up short. You gotta love the effort though, Anthony, right?
Of course, of course. Always gotta love the effort.
Camera 2.
Hopple tries to get him on a curveball, but seemed to be just a bit outside as Rao hustles down to first base.
Coming to plate for Greenwood, number 22, the designated hitter.
Fairly sure that's 2 walks for him.
Yep,
Also for Greenwood,
Hopple's
first
pitching
runner
pretty good
at
today.
first base,
Hadn't let up a run,
number 20,
only 1
Greenwood.
hit. Like I said, he's had a good pitching year.
50% are strikes.
Seems like the other 50% must be a ball.
I mean, that would make sense.
It'd have to be.
Yeah.
Unless they
There's no other pitch.
came up with a new pitch.
You've got two pitches. It's either going to be one or the other.
True.
It appears we have some hecklers in the stands.
I think he's coming from the dugout.
That is also possible.
Looks like one of our cameramen, Alex Piccolo, rolling up his sleeves, get rid of the farmer tan.
The winner of this game moves on to the championship game to play.
You're Franklin Central.
Yeah. 6 o'clock.
What's their mascot?
I feel like it's the
Flashes.
Grizzly. No,
It's
it's
Flashes.
Flashes. Yeah.
It's like a lightning bolt.
Franklin is the Grizzly Cubs.
Yep.
And then Franklin Central's the Flashes.
You have your great camera crew today consisting of Robert Butler, Brianna Waltz, Emily Olson, and Alex Piccolo,
Abby Stairwell as well.
and Abby Serwalt running your main camera up there.
What about me? Do I gotta mention?
Count is now 2-2 for Nick Duffy of Greenwood. As he hits one over to Reed, as he throws it over to second, and they try to turn two, and they come up short. Gets the runner at second for out number one, but Duffy's still standing on first. Out in the bullpen, we got junior Andy Myers warming up, just in case something goes wrong with Hopple.
They're looking to
Myers,
save Dodson for that last game. If
Yeah,
they
they are.
if they get there, still 3 innings.
Is-
Greenwood could do anything.
yep. Andy's also having a good pitching season
Could pull off a miracle.
for another sectional championship. Because Martinsville did get an easy path. That first round bye helped them out a lot. Count now 0-1. Hopple throws it over to first. Try to get that runner. Seems to be low to the ump. His count now 1-1. Off-speed pitch, just crossing right down the middle for Hopple. As they count now is 1-2. That was coming in high and just crossed in right at the last second.
Yeah. His curveball's looking pretty good today.
It is. Fastball's got some movement on it too. As he tries to get him with another curveball, but just a bit outside.
Runner on first is leading off pretty far. If Josh Ham stays over there at first, they might be able to get him.
Once again, Martinsville getting those runs just off a couple bunts. Seems to be working for them. And Hopple gets him on strike 3 with 2 outs now.
Next up for the Wood, number 28, the catcher, TJ Price.
Hopple with another curveball.
Still looking good, man.
Just a bit outside, though, for a 1-0 count. Once again, you're watching on WREP 15 Sports and your MHS Rewind YouTube live stream.
Most of the balls thrown from Hopple are looking to be either low or outside.
Yep.
There's no really inside or high ones.
Nope. And another curveball just crossing at the last second. Counting out 2-2 with 2 outs. Hits it over to Ham, sitting pretty at first. As he gets the out for out number 3. As we head to the top of the 5th. With your leadoff hitter Michael Hopple up to bat for the Artesians.
Sportsmanship doesn't happen just on the court or on the field or on the mat. It doesn't happen only in the pool or on the green or the track. It also happens in the stands, on the sidelines, on the web, and at home. That's because sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. We remind you to practice good sportsmanship at all high school sporting events. Treat athletes and officials with respect during competition and especially in social media. And support your team's coaching staff. Remember, sportsmanship has a face. Yours. A message from your high school and the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
Welcome back to Totoro Field. As your leadoff hitter, Michael Hopple is up to bat for the Artesians, looking to extend their lead of just 3-0.
Hopple's 0 for 2 tonight. Grounded out to short. And then reached on an air. But he's been on base 1 out of 2 times.
Looks like we got a new pitcher here for Greenwood.
I think it's 27 correct. I think they just switched out there. Switched out pitcher for center fielder.
New pitcher on the mound for Greenwood Woodman.
Yeah.
Number 27, Cameron Brick.
Camera 2.
Leading off the top of the 5th inning for the Martinsville Artesians, number 11, the pitcher, Michael Hopple.
Look that off.
Your pitcher, Michael Hopple, leading off the Artesians here at the top of the 5th inning. It looks like we're getting a little bit of a forecast. We might get a chance of rain.
Overcast?
Yeah,
You said forecast.
same thing.
Oh my gosh.
Tell me the difference.
A forecast is the weatherman telling you what the weather's going to be like. Overcast
Yeah, I was giving him that.
is the actual weather.
Whatever. What is it, weatherman?
It's going to rain.
Is it? That's what I thought.
It's going to rain hard. I think Jeffries moved out to center field for the Woodmen.
Who was Jeffries?
That's Jeffries, I believe.
Popple fouls one off. What were you saying?
I'm fairly sure that that's number 13.
Where? Center field?
Uh-huh.
Popple fouls one off due to the backstop. Mr. Knuckles makes a nice appearance.
It's raining. Number 2.
As Hopple goes down with strike 3, with now your right fielder Brandon Dodson up the bat.
Crick has an ERA of 4.46. He's got a 1-for-5 record at the mound.
I think his first name is Cameron.
It's possible that that's correct.
Or Charles. Probably Cameron.
Had mayonnaise on your face.
Thanks. I was saving it for later.
Oh, okay, I figured. I just want to make sure you look professional.
Dodson pops one up to second baseman for the second out of the inning.
Joshua Ham up to bat.
Hard cut coming from Ham as he tried to send that one to Mars. Looks like he hits an easy ground ball to short. He tries to beat it out, and he does not. And that is now 3 outs for the Artesians. Do go to the bottom of the 5th with the score of 3-0 here at Tutterow Field.
Sportsmanship doesn't happen just on the court or on the field or on the mat. It doesn't happen only in the pool or on the green or the track. It also happens in the stands, on the sidelines, on the web, and at home. That's because sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. We remind you to practice good sportsmanship at all high school sporting events. Treat athletes and officials with respect during competition and especially in social media. And support your team's coaching staff. Remember, sportsmanship has a face. Yours. A message from your high school and the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
Turn your mic on.
Welcome back here at the bottom of the 5th here at Tutterow Field. With your pitcher of the Greenwood Woodmen, Craig, now leading off. It's Cameron.
Right, boy. That was a good assumption.
I know.
He's 0 for 1 on the night. Flew out to right field.
Hopple with another curveball, as he's liking that today. Crick seems to foul one off near the backstop.
Looked like it was coming right for us.
Good thing we got
net.
windows and a fence.
It's a net.
Bulletproof windows.
I don't think they're bulletproof. I think there's normal windows.
But
That was a
another
good pitch.
curveball, as he pretty much bunted it over the third baseline as he
Swinging
reaches over to
bunt.
first. Nice swinging bunt.
That's what we call those, or swinging bunts. How hard is it to do?
It's
Pretty
like
hard.
You try to send it over there on the JV field, but it ends up 4 feet in front of the plate.
Gets about as far as you do. Down the baseline.
4 feet?
Yeah. Oh.
As he pops one
Lays
up,
down.
but lands safely. Nice hustle from Brennan Sawyer's getting the foul ball.
Brooks is 0 for 1 on the night. He grounded out into a fielder's choice his last at bat over to first base.
Looks like he's trying to bunt, but Hopple throws over to first.
It does appear that way.
Count now 1-2 for Hopple. No outs, a runner on first. Seems like people are putting up their umbrellas. Starting to rain.
It is raining. Mr. Myers getting covers.
And another fastball, or curveball, my apologies. For strike 3 for Hopple.
Coming point for the Woodman, number 5, the first baseman, Jordan Wright.
Number 5 right up the bat. He's 0 for 1. Struck out looking his last at bat. He's going to check swing one. It's too far outside for him to get a hold of. Cloudy skies here in Martinsville, Indiana. As it begins to rain, stands to start to clear out, and the umbrellas come out.
Will's guys.
A little blurry.
Looks like you throw a 2-seam. A little bit high coming from Hopple. Count's now 2-1. Runner still on first. Seemed to be another curveball, didn't it?
It did. Went straight into the dirt.
Did a check swing. It looks like he went. So now count is 2-2. Seems to be outside. As they count now 3-2. Look a little bit close. Runner takes off from first, going to second. As he pops one up near Gallion out and left. He makes an easy catch for out number 2 for the Artesians.
Number 3, Rugenstein up to bat now. He's 1 for 1 on night with the single.
I think it's Rugenstein.
Just depends on how you interpret it.
Really?
Yeah.
Hopple about takes his head off, but just a little bit high.
About took the top off the Maybach.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His head.
3-0.
A little bit close, but the umpire thought it was low.
A little more than close. I think it was right there, but the umpire did not favor that one, and it's going to be a ball.
Yep.
Yeah, it's 2-0.
Big cut
Number 4.
coming from Rugenstein.
It's 2-0. Is it 2-0? I think we just said 2-1. 3-1. What? Number 2. 3-1.
Big cut coming from Rugenstein's count now 3-2, full count. With 2 outs, runner on first.
I thought you were talking about the count.
This is 2-1. Number 2.
Nice easy ground ball hit to Wilson over at third as he makes an easy play over to Ham at first. And we head to the top of the 6th.
You need to follow.
Score is still 3-0. Justin Reed up to bat for the Artesians.
Sportsmanship doesn't happen just on the court or on the field or on the mat. It doesn't happen only in the pool or on the green or the track. It also happens in the stands, on the sidelines, on the web, and at home. That's because sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. We remind you to practice good sportsmanship at all high school sporting events. Treat athletes and officials with respect during competition and especially in social media. And support your team's coaching staff. Remember, sportsmanship has a face. Yours. A message from your high school and the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
For the shortstop, Justin Reed.
Justin Reed here to lead it off for the Artesians. The top of the 6th inning.
Did it stop raining?
What?
All right.
My mic's not working.
3.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is?
Camera
Okay.
4, please get on something at some point in the game. Camera 2. Tell Mr. Mayor to stop talking to you.
Justin Reed pops one up over the first baseman
Up. Oh, oh.
as he makes an easy play.
Coming away from Martinsville, number 27, the third baseman, Braxton Wilson.
Braxton Wilson up to bat. He's 0 for 1. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out to a second baseman, and then his second at bat got hit by a pitch.
Camera 3.
Gonna take a ball there.
Camera 2. Camera 4.
Looks like the sun's coming back out.
Camera 2.
Makes it more humid though.
That's mean. Camera 3.
Another ball coming from Craig.
Camera 4.
Count now 2-1.
Camera 2. Camera 4.
Seems to be low. As Braxton Wilson walks over to first base. Did he get walked last time too? There might be 2 walks in a row.
It appears that TJ McGraw is gonna bat.
Coming in for Weston Pemberton.
Well, Weston was his DH,
Where's Wilson?
Right,
so now he's just actually batting.
right.
Camera 4. What happened? Anyone know what's going on?
They're doing a 7.
7. Got it. Where's Weston?
Weston? Yeah, take it out.
Why?
Because he wasn't hitting.
Camera 2. That sucks.
Now to play for the Ephesians, number 4,
So-
TJ McGraw.
TJ McGraw up. This is gonna be his first at bat on the night. Runner on first.
Camera 3.
Called strike.
Count now 0-1. TJ McGraw did not want that. Left it low. Braxton Wilson takes off for second as he slides in and seems to be safe. Nice hustle coming from Wilson.
Camera 2.
That was close.
Anyway.
Close but no cigar.
Yep.
As they say.
Yep. Runner now on second with 1 out.
One ball and strike, 1 out. Camera 3. Camera 2.
Hard cut coming from McGraw. Counting out 1 and 2.
Camera 2. Not enough tail lines. Yeah, I feel like that's overrated.
Looks like we got a time.
Camera 3. Like my ears would be gone.
McGraw's gonna have to reset.
Camera 2.
Feels the need.
What were you working? Oh.
McGraw fouls one off near the backstop. Count still 1 and 2 with 1 out.
Camera 3.
Braxton Wilson standing on second.
Camera 2.
Hits another foul ball, sailing over the first base dugout.
Camera 3. Camera 2. Number 4.
Inside fastball coming from Crick. Full count now for TJ McGraw.
Number 3.
Incredible eye, incredible eye.
Yep.
Yes. Number 2. It's sectionals.
Fouls one off again to the backstop.
Long at bat.
Third foul ball of the at bat.
Number 2. One more strike. He's out. What is that? Number 4.
And Braxton Wilson tries to fool the pitcher. Try to get him at second, but he doesn't, as Braxton Wilson is safe still.
He is safe.
Number 2. It's close.
Had to get everyone on their toes real quick. Started getting silent.
Yeah.
Number 4.
Good
That's how
eye
you work
coming
the
from
plate.
TJ McGraw.
That's how you work the plate right there.
Yep. He has a ball 4 on him as he hustles down to first. With 1 out, runners on first and second. Your left fielder, Seth Gallion, up to bat.
At the plate for the Artesians, number 15, the left fielder, Seth Gallion.
Gallion's 1 for 2 on the night. Struck out looking and singled on a ground ball.
You guys cross watch. You should be watching first. She should be watching second. Number 2.
Let's see what he can do here with the runner on first and second.
Big cut coming from Gallion. But he misses for a count of 0-1.
Number 2. Number 3.
Gallion looks a bunt. Catcher throws the second, try to get Wilson out. But he doesn't, as Wilson is still safe.
Number 2. As Wilson puts his hands in his pants on. He put his hands in his pants on him, like full on in his pants. Deep in there. Okay.
Gallion hits one over to right field as he makes a good catch. Wilson was thinking about advancing over to third, but he stays on second. Two outs now for the Artesians with your catcher Andrew Payton up.
Coming to the plate for Martinsville, number 10, the catcher Andrew Payton.
Okay.
Inside pitch, almost hitting Payton. But he manages to dodge it off. Count now 1-0. Payton fouls one off near the backstop.
Camera 3. Back to 2. Oh my god, no. You will see the innings.
Payton hits one deep out to left center, hitting the wall as he scores 1 run. Braxton Wilson leaves TJ McGraw out on third as he gets a stand-up double for the Artesians with their score now 4-0. Hard screaming line drive once again out in left center field for Andrew Payton. Gets 1 RBI out of the deal. Runners now at second and third with 2 outs. Your second baseman, Craig Westner, up.
Should almost be over, right? Camera 3.
Hard pitch fastball coming from Craig. Count now 0-1.
Camera 4. Mr. Meyer, what happens if it rains today? Camera 2.
Nothing, because they put plastic over the field and stuff so the field doesn't even get wet.
Huh?
They put plastic over the field and stuff so the field doesn't get wet.
Camera 3. 2.
Count now 3-1 for Craig Westner.
Camera 4. Back to camera 2.
Westner fouls one off.
Camera 3.
Over to third base dugout.
You say thunder? 2. Seriously, when was that? Are you serious?
The game is going to be paused because of
Looks like we have a
thunder and
lightning.
Thunder and lightning.
Who's thunder?
They're going to assess the situation and decide if they're going to move forward in the game.
Camera 3.
How long is the
30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Yep.
30 minutes?
30
Looks like we got a
minutes.
30-minute delay.
Okay, gotcha. Due to extreme, let's say.
Back here at Totoro Field after just a little bit of a 30-minute rain delay as we went to the top of the 6th, and Craig Westner was up but struck out. So now we're here at the bottom of the 6th with a little bit of a pitching change with Andy Myers coming in for Michael Hopple. Score is still 4-0 with the Artesians in the lead.
Mr. Meyer. Well,
Yeah, I know.
That's not highlighted. It should work now. Yeah, well, yeah, good thing we went to the bad shot.
Coming to play for
All right,
Greenwood, number
good.
1 right fielder, Alex Honeycutt.
Leadoff hitter for Greenwood is up now.
Honeycutt up to bat. He's 0 for 2 on the night.
back to 2.
Andy with the pitch.
Andy with a hard fastball, just a little bit low for ball 1.
2.
Myers with another fastball, just right down the middle for strike 1.
I don't know what you're looking at, but that didn't look like right down the middle.
Yeah, it did.
Camera 3. Back to 2. Camera 4.
Counting out 3-1 for Myers.
Camera 2.
And that's ball 4.
Camera 4.
As Honeycutt gets the first easily.
Camera 3. Camera 2.
Coming to play for Greenwood, number 55, Pruitt.
Did we already start this inning? Huh? Or this? We don't have 2 outs. We just start this.
Andy having trouble finding the strike zone this inning.
Myers comes back with a hot fastball. Count now 1-1.
Back to camera 2. Camera 3.
Just a little bit to the left.
Camera 4.
Count now 1-2.
Back to camera 2.
Once again, you're watching on WREP 15 Sports and MHS Rewind live YouTube. Looks like Myers gets him with the curveball just on the outside corner. First strikeout of the day for Myers, now 1 out. Still with the
bring
runner
up-
on first.
It's going to bring up number 22, Duffy.
Greenwood, number 22,
He's 0 for 2 on the night with a fly out and a ground out.
Myers looks back over at first. Looks like he almost got him, but just safe.
Camera 2. Camera 4.
Count is 0-1 for Myers now with the fastball just on the inside.
Camera 2. Number 4. Number 2. Number 3. Number 2. Number 4.
Just a bit high coming from Myers. Now full count.
Here's one more. Number 2.
And he gets him on another curveball.
Ring him up.
Second strikeout right in a row for Myers.
Ring him up.
Curveball looking good for both pitchers of Martinsville.
Ring him up.
Silver.
Number 10, Sobray up the bat. He's 0 for 3. 0 for 2 on the night.
He looks over again at
Struck out
first and
twice.
almost gets him,
Safe.
but he's just safe by a little bit.
Saved by the bell.
It's a good show. Another nice curveball coming from Myers for strike 1.
Back to camera 2.
And another curveball for strike 2. Myers really liking that curveball this inning.
2 strikes.
If you're hitting, you're hitting.
Camera 2. Camera 3.
Looks like a foul ball.
Camera 2. Camera 4. Camera 2. Camera 4.
Big cut, just drop third strike, and Peyton gets him over there out at first. That retires the side for the bottom of the 6th as we now go to the top of the 7th with your leadoff Michael Hoppel up to bat for the Artesians.
Sportsmanship doesn't happen just on the court or on the field or on the mat. It doesn't happen only in the pool or on the green or the track. It also happens in the stands, on the sidelines, on the web, and at home. That's because sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. We remind you to practice good sportsmanship at all high school sporting events. Treat athletes and officials with respect during competition and especially in social media. And support your team's coaching staff. Remember, sportsmanship has a face. Yours. A message from your high school and the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
and number 34, Parker Jones.
Welcome back here to Tedero Field. Michael Hopple leads off the Artesians here at the top of the 7th inning.
Hupple's 0 for 2 on the night with a ground out and a strikeout. Actually 0 for 3. Pitching change for the Woodmen as number 34 Jones comes in to pitch for him.
It's like a tad bit inside coming for Hopple. Count now 1-0.
Throws one right down the pipe.
And that's ball 4 as Hopple hustles down the first. It looks like there's a little bit of a change in the lineup as Andy Myers comes in for Brandon Dotson.
Because he pitched last inning.
Brandon Dotson did not pitch last inning.
No, I said Andy pitched last inning, that's why.
Yeah.
Hopple got moved out to right field. Dotson went to the bench and Myers
Probably-
came in to pitch.
Probably just getting Brandon rested and ready for next game.
He's just dripping in finesse.
No. Myers looks down to lay a bunt, pulls back. Count now 1-0. Myers lays down a bunt. He's got potential to make it because he's got wheels.
He's got wheels.
Pass ball. His catcher drops it, and Hopple makes it to second safely.
Jones having trouble finding the strike zone this inning.
Big cut coming from Myers. Count now 2-1. Myers squares up the bunt again, but pulls back. Count now 3-1.
Full count here for Myers. Let's see what he's going to do with his first at bat of the game. Here he comes with the pitch.
And he hits one out to left field. But it finds the mitt with the left fielder, and now it's 1 out. Here with Josh Ham up to bat, and Michael Hopple still sitting on second.
Now at the plate for the Artesians, number 23, the first baseman, Josh Ham.
Ham over 2 on the day.
It was a good one. Imagine what would have happened if Ham would have swung at that one. Would have landed in Nom.
Number 3.
Looks like he gets some off speed. Comes out a little bit low. Counting out 2-1.
Number 2.
He hits one out to right field. It lands softly just in front of the fielder. Looks like Coach holds Hopple up at third, and nice easy single for Ham. His base is now first and third with your shortstop Justin Reed up to bat.
Reed's 0 for 2 on the night with the pop out and a fly out.
Shortstop Justin Reed.
Seems like Ham hit that one off the end of the bat.
Yeah, did not get.
Imagine if you would hit that square.
Yeah, who knows, man? I would have landed in that church parking lot on the other side of the football field.
Reed about gets his head cut off with that fastball.
Top off the Maybach.
Number 2.
Still another high fastball, counting out 2-0.
Keeping them high and letting them fly.
2 balls. Number 3. Number 4.
And that's 4 straight balls. His bases are now loaded for the Artesians, with Braxton Wilson up.
0 for 1 on the night.
Number 27. The third
Grounded out, and his other 2 at bats
Number 2.
got hit by a pitch and walked.
Number 3. Number 2. Number 4. Number 2.
Counting out 2-1 for Wilson.
2.
Just goes right above his head now. 3-1.
Jones has an ERA of 10.50 and win-loss record of 1-2.
And that's another walk for Jones as Michael Hopple comes in to score. Bases are now still loaded. Score now is 5-0 with the Artesians leading. And looks like we got a mound visit for Greenwood.
Well, when you throw that many balls in a row, it's bound to happen.
That's play for Ephesians number 4, TJ McGraw.
TJ McGraw up. He's 0 for 0 as he walked his first at bat. He's going to take one to the back.
His pitcher's not looking too hot. Camera 2.
That's the 4th hit batter today.
Not a word said either.
Now the plate for the Ephesians number 15, Seth Gallion.
Gallion's 1 for 3 on the night. Singled on a ground ball.
Back to camera 2.
Score now 6-0.
6-0. Camera 3. Camera 2, camera 3. Get your
Hits off the top of the catcher's mitt as Justin Reed finds the home plate easy. Score now 7-0.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Number 4.
Runners now at second and third as Jones gets a strike on that one.
Camera 2,
Count now
camera
2-1.
Please get a player in the screen. Camera 3. Two.
And that's ball 4 again as Seth Gallion hustles down to first,
Camera 3.
leaving with Andrew Payton up to bat, who got an RBI last at bat with a screaming line drive in between left field and center field. Got another mound visit for Greenwood.
Who they bring it to the mound?
Number 7.
Camera 3.
Something wise.
Camera 4.
Pitching change for the Woodman on the mound, number 7, Alex Wise.
Number 2. What?
Wise has an ERA of 9.28 and a win-loss record of 0-0,
Camera 3.
which shows that he is mostly a closer or a reliever.
It's true. It's the last inning. We're 7 ahead. 4. What's going on right now? We're like making field runs hit every single player we have. Camera 2, camera 3, tilt down a little. Camera 4.
Few warm-up pitches and we're on our way.
Camera 2, camera 3. It's your game on.
And up comes Andrew Payton to the plate. He's 1 for 3 on the night. Doubled on line drive out the left field, but grounded out and struck out his first 2 at bats.
Me too. Table 4. Yeah, me too. Two. Four. Two. Three.
Good stop coming from the catchers. Count now 2-0. Base is still loaded.
Never been one.
It's just stands.
Count now 3-0. And that's ball 4 again as
4 straight balls.
Braxton Wilson comes home. Score is now 8-0 with the Artesians in the lead.
Now to play for the Artesians, number 13, Craig Westner.
Westner is 0 for 3 on the night. Hit by a pitch, struck out swinging, and struck out swinging.
Looks like we're going to go through the whole lineup this inning.
More than likely. Here comes the pitch. And it's a ball.
Two.
And a ball.
Pass ball as TJ McGraw heads home, and he slides head first into it. The score now 9-0. Runners now in second and third. Trying to see if Greenwood can try and get out of this jam. As he throws a strike. Count now 2-1.
Two. Two. 9-0.
Seems like it hit Craig. And that's another hit batter. Bases are now loaded. That's the 5th hit batter for the Artesians.
Now to play for Martinsville, number 11, Michael Hopple.
As we go through your lineup once, your leadoff batter, Michael Hopple's up again.
Four. Two. AC units.
Hop one hits one left out in left field.
Three.
And it looks like left fielder made a good catch. And Seth Guine tags up from third as he heads home, makes the score 10-0. There are now 2 outs. Runners on second and third.
Back to 2.
And your pitcher, Andy Myers, up to bat now.
Now to play for the Artesians, the pitcher, number 2, Andy Myers.
Yeah. And
Andy Myers hits one left, just a little bit too left as it heads foul.
Put in the water.
Nice, solid, hard hit coming off the bat, though.
God, is my elbow killing too?
So he lets a curveball go
I've been sitting on this counter for that long.
for ball one. Takes another hard cut, but misses.
Oh, polar pop.
Count is now 1-2 for Myers.
True.
See if Greenwood can
Two.
try and get out of this jam.
Oh, yeah.
And they do with strike three as Andy Myers is struck out as we head now to the bottom of the seventh to see if Greenwood can try and score 11 runs to win the game.
Sportsmanship doesn't happen just on the court or on the field or on the mat. It doesn't happen only in the pool or on the green or the track. It also happens in the stands, on the sidelines, on the web, and at home. That's because sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. We remind you to practice good sportsmanship at all high school sporting events. Treat athletes and officials with respect during competition and especially in social media. And support your team's coaching staff. Remember, sportsmanship has a face. Yours. A message from your high school and the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
What did Andy just do?
We're back here again with Andy Myers still on the mound for the Artesians.
Coming to the plate for the Greenwood Woodmen, number 28, TJ Price.
No, I'm asking if we need to pass the time.
And then she ended up canceling. Like when I was supposed to say. Four.
You don't mind getting it, do you?
No, I can.
Okay.
This is the 8th inning.
Manages to pop one out into left field to Seth Gallion sitting pretty right under it. As that's the first out of the bottom of the seventh. That's two more outs. And your Artesians will be in the championship.
X2.
Another nice curveball coming from Myers as he finds it for strike one. Hard fastball gets the guy swinging. Count is now 0-2. And that's 3 straight strikes for a strikeout for Andy Myers. 2 outs now for the Artesians. As Andy looks to get the save.
That's the plate for Greenwood, number 20, Dimbo.
Andy's on a hot streak right now.
Once he gets high, he won't stop. He just keeps on going, you feel me?
Yeah, I'm all the way there.
Just a bit outside, it looks like. Count is now 1-1.
2. Four.
Tries to get back in love with that curveball, but leaves it just high. Count is now 3-1.
2. 2.
Hard fastball coming from him, and batter manages to foul it off. Count is now 3-2, full count with 2 outs.
2.
And that's ball 4.
Coming to plate for Greenwood, number 5, Jordan Wright.
Runner now on first for Greenwood.
3.
Peyton fires over to first. Try to get the runner out. That was a first pitch strike. Count now 0-1. Blows it right by the batters. Count now is 0-2. Went a little bit inside, almost hit the batter. That advances the runner over to second. Hits one softly over to Braxton Wilson, and Braxton Wilson makes the play, and that'll do it for the second round of Martinsville versus Greenwood, as Martinsville finds a victory. Score of 10-0, with great outings coming from Michael Hopple and Andy Myers. Now with that win, as they go to the championship between Franklin Central and Martinsville here at 6 o'clock. We will still be doing this on WREP 15 Sports and MHS Rewind YouTube Live. We want to thank you again for your camera crew of Emily Olson and Robert Butler, Brianna Waltz, and Alex Piccolo. And once again, I'm Matt Thomas and Anthony Talent. We'll see you tonight.